I am honored and humbled to be facilitating today's discussion. Erica, you have home court advantage, so we will start with you.
Yeah, so the best advice I ever got was really, you're in charge of your own career. You have to also know yourself and know what you like and make sure that you communicate it so that people have the chance to help you over time.
So I think the challenge right now for a female individual with aspiration is, how do you get noticed? How do you get your name circulated in the same breath as the great opportunities that are out there? And to do that, you've got to network. You've got to understand who's sitting at the table and make that connection with that person.
Everybody can play. It's how you play that makes the difference, right? And I think the biggest challenge for females is oftentimes we don't feel we have the confidence to be able to play. They got some fuddy-duddies out in the workplace. You can certainly play, You're highly intelligent if you're sitting in this room and online. I'm sure you can play. It's really about having that confidence to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to put my foot out there and try.
I think to be a female in corporate America leadership, I liken it a little bit to being like a starving actor or actress. You have to really want it. Those people, in my mind, who make it as successful actors and actresses is because they went on a lot of auditions, they got a lot of rejection, and they didn't give up. They kept going. I think there is a degree of grit that is required to keep pushing on and to make it.
Active sponsorship can mean a lot of things. It can mean, supporting someone for a new job or giving them a promotional opportunity, but giving your time around learnings. Like, I had a great sponsor and mentor at Honeywell who spent time with me talking about supply chain, talking about PSYOP, talking about how stuff moves around the world. And we challenged each other, and I think he got to know my skills and capabilities because he took that extra time to share his side of things with me, and I got to share my side with him. And so I think, it's not that extra time, if you've got, find 30 minutes, find a couple hours every couple weeks and give back that time. Because those conversations, I think you'll learn a lot.
I have faced this at various times in my career of, bull in a china shop or difficult in the sandbox. I've sort of thought about it as being a chameleon. And it's not about blending into the background, but it is about knowing what color so that you can be effective in the setting. And so I agree with what Noelle said, is that it's about moderating when you need to moderate, but also amping it up when you need to make a point and be clear and take that position and get noticed for what you're saying and the message gets heard. So I think it's there. It's not going to go away anytime soon. It's what you were saying before. These biases will persist until they become a little bit more commonplace, that we can be assertive women and we're not being aggressive. We're being factual. We're being purposeful. And I think it's just an evolution. It's being able to recognize, though, how and when you enter a room, which persona or which chameleon color you want to go in with to be most effective.
There are a lot of talents that have talked to me over the years, and they are really concerned about the stereotypes that they continue to face in the workplace. And the one thing I would say is that is probably going to be a challenge for females, minorities, even if you're not a minority. Human beings have a way of categorizing themselves and each other. So, that's something that you have to recognize as part of the microcosm of different cultures that you're entering in. But at the end of the day, don't be afraid to call a horse a horse. Don't be afraid to call a duck a duck. People will respect you more for being able to have those very candid conversations. So recognize we're human beings, and no one's any better or worse than the other. Just be real. And that's highly appreciated, no matter where you are in the company.
Yep.
Thanks.
BASF. We create chemistry.